think people here in the Quincy area are wanting something different. You know, people have to wait 2, 3, 4 weeks to get into a provider.
Being independent allows us to do things differently. It's one of the things we've prided ourselves on, is getting people in the door quickly.
We can really help those student athletes.
That might be the difference between getting in a game versus not getting in a game.
And not just if there's been an injury. We can help them get stronger.
Having the relationship with XCEL Performance Health and Wellness is a game changer.
I don't really think there's anything like it in the area.
That's an advantage. It's made us better.
We fought through a lot of adversity this year. You know, whether it's on the field or off the field, these guys have dealt with a lot. And I've seen a level of focus out of this group that I have not seen in a group that I've coached before. They had a job they wanted to get done. There was never any looking at the next week and the next week. It was, we're going to take care of business and we're going to finish it at the end.
Between that end and the very beginning, Hannibal's final football exam, the toughest test of the season, reaffirmed much of what Jeff Geschwinder proclaimed here. That the Pirates' fight and maturity were indeed rare for any team, that Hannibal's chin was strong enough to withstand any adversity thrown its way, whether that be having a game-opening touchdown run wiped off the board by a penalty in as big a swing of adulation to disappointment as you will ever see on a big stage, or whether that be trailing 14-0 and having to create a restorative spark, something of a Darian Washington specialty.
It's huge, you know, and that's kind of what we've worked with a lot of the year, you know, is we feed off of each other and we feed off of each other's momentum, you know. So, you know, just we've got a lot of guys that when the ball gets in their hands, they can do a lot of special things. So, you know, especially Darian, he's done it a lot through the playoffs. So, you know, that right there, when you return that kick, I mean, that just breathes life back into, you know what I mean? That lets you guys just fly around a little bit faster, a little bit quicker. But again, and then when the defense makes a big play, you know, our offense feeds off that, and then we work with that momentum and vice versa, because really a lot of the guys are playing both ways that we have anyway, so, you know, they feel that momentum on the field and just roll with it the other way.
But also in reaffirming that this might well have been the best defensive incarnation we've ever seen of Pirate football.
Kind of had to make some adjustments at halftime, especially me breaking down. Got to get the quarterback, he is huge, and so that just makes it so much harder. But started finding off them blockers, really working the hands, and really just flying around and playing our game. And it was the last half of our life, and so I had to empty the tank, had to open it all up.
They're flying around and hitting all games, so I mean you can't not respect a team that has that grit like we do.
There was also, however, new ground broken Saturday and new strength revealed, at least for those of us outside the program itself. After being blown out in 2 prior Show Me Bowl appearances, the Pirates' stellar second-half performance against football royalty, no less, proved that Hannibal itself had joined the ranks of luxury plate Missouri programs, and now takes a backseat to no one.
Well, I mean, it's a case of, you know, yeah, Hannibal's good, but yeah, Hannibal had a good win, but, you know, and that's what these guys hear all the time, you know. You know, we've been in a conference for a long time, and that's always just the big thing. But they're in this conference, so they don't really, well, these guys get to work every single day at practice, and we know exactly what we got whenever they battle at practice. When you got high competition during practice, your schedule, you know, you're just going to play the team they put in front of you, and that's what these guys are good at. You know, you saw all the different things that happened last week for the semifinal game. That doesn't matter. We'll go wherever we want. We're going to play whoever you throw in front of us. That's the type of attitude these guys have. So, you know, any type of media talk or any of that stuff of, well, you know, these guys are good, but they haven't played anybody. They haven't seen the Kansas City side. it doesn't bother them one bit. They know it. These guys know they can play football. They know they can compete and be ready for whoever steps in front, whether it's a weak opponent, a strong opponent. They prepare the same way.
Definitely not comfortable at any point. They have phenomenal players on their team.
The floor has never been higher, and that championship ceiling never seemingly more attainable at any time in program history. If the next generation of Pirates work hard to pick up the baton. But that's a question that can only be answered into the future. What is certain here and now with Pirate football in 2025 is that the program has become an incubator for success. On the field, obviously, and now to be carried into whatever comes next for the young men today who buckled up their chin straps and did America's hometown proud.
It's just, football emulates life so well. Football's been a big part of my life since I was born. And because good things are going to happen, bad things are going to happen, and that's all life is just being able to adjust to those things and figuring out the right way to do things. You're going to get knocked down. How are you going to adjust and pick yourself back up? You're going to have success, but you can never be satisfied. You always got to make sure you're getting to the grind and doing the right thing. And like I said, these guys are going to be great.